That's a lot, right? It's one thing to be in amazing shape, muscle shape, but you still got to be in football shape, right? You still got to. I know he's not going to play the way that he did, but Aaron Donald being on the field is going to change some things up. If he does do this, he's not going to training camp. He probably won't play the first few games, but if you can get him and just get into the mind of somebody, and this, not that the Rams need something to put them over the top because they're already a favorite to win the Super Bowl.
But they kind of do, right? They kind of do.
But now you're like, okay, this is Myles Garrett. Damn it, we got a game plan for this dude? Really? But if you have Aaron Donald just out there, at first I was like, nah. But when Schefter says this, that means somebody's putting it out there. He's not making this up. He's not grabbing it out of thin air, right? Something is potentially brewing.
And Andrew Whitworth, a friend of show, Whit, he was recently quoted in an interview saying, I've been trying to get him to give me a percentage for about 2 weeks now. I just want him to give me something I can get excited about. He won't do it. He's holding out information on me. But yeah, we've talked about it. And if he's like me, which I think he is, I work out probably more now than I did when I played. So AD still trains a lot.
But that's different for a lineman like Whitworth. He has to be there every single offensive play. Well, a defensive guy, you can rotate him in and out.
Here's what we have to figure out, though. What is the why for Aaron Donald? Because he retired when he still had some juice left, clearly. I think he must have. Now, this is just me assuming. I've never listened to. I'm sure there's some quotes that he gave on this, but I've never heard him say it. But my guess is that it has something to do with preserving his body for the long term of his life.
You're burned out, maybe?
He had made enough money, at least. I don't know what his career earnings were. I'm guessing somewhere between like 150 and 200 mil. Google tells us it's 171. I think it's probably a little bit more than that.
Endorsements, all that good stuff.
Yeah, but like that's just in salary. So he's got enough money. His body is probably feeling at least good enough. Is it worth coming back to get a ring that he already has? I don't know, man. Why would he have retired in the first place if he was going to get talked into coming back?
Well, maybe he's bored, first of all. Maybe he sees Myles Garrett and he's like, man, we could really make like literal history here.
He doesn't have to be the main focal point.
He's not going to be like, there won't be as much pressure on him, to produce. Like literally,
I work in boxing.
He's not the guy.
I work in boxing where guys retire after every fight, right? And then, man, because they go through that grueling training camp, you get beat up, and then a year later, you know what? I still got something in me. You start, hitting the bag a little bit. All of a sudden, the juices start coming back to you. Maybe this is the case with him. He's still a young guy, age-wise, football-wise. I don't think he got beat up that much, right? It didn't. No. He never had a serious injury or anything like that, like some of the other guys. So maybe he just has enough of that fire
35
in him.
Right now.
And what if he just comes back and says, no training camp. I'll see you guys in October?
Myles Garrett is 30, by the way.
And maybe like them getting Myles Garrett like sparked something in him. Like, you know what? Man, that guy's good. And me playing next to him, like this could be amazing.
Just one last run.
Yeah.
One last one.
Well, okay. Then there's I spent 2 years working in the NFL before I started in the NBA. And at the time, and I think it's still like this for the most part, but a lot of the veterans would basically delay coming to camp until the last possible moment that they could.
Yeah.
Because camp sucks.
Yeah.
Now, in this case,
look at like even Aaron Rodgers. Like, when's the last time that guy went to camp?
Nobody wants to go to camp.
Well, but with Aaron Donald though, would he want to go to more camp because he's been out of the game for a little while?
He doesn't have to go to camp.
I think they'd give him the benefit of the doubt.
So in that case, then we're going to be having this conversation throughout Rams training camp.
Yeah.
Which is going to be, I don't know, at least somewhat annoying.
Well, since he's there's no like contract, like there's no timeline, there's no like deadline where you need to sign by this day. Like he could literally sign at any point or just decide because he doesn't have to sign anything, right? The Rams own his rights.
Well, I guess that would partly depend on if he was going to come back and play for like the minimum versus if he was going to come back because, hey, if you're going to get me out of retirement, I want more than the minimum.
Well,
and then that would be more complicated, wouldn't it?
So how does that work? If he still had time left on his contract when he retired?
I have no clue. I didn't even think about that part.
I don't know that, but even a new contract though, let's just say that, and then if they're over the cap, which they're already flirting with it, right?
Yeah. Until I heard
what would they be able to pay him?
Until the Schefter part, I was like, man, this is not talk. This is not talk. But Schefter coming in gives it that, there's something there. Bergman's in the YouTube channel. He said, DeMarco put it this way. You can't play pickup football like basketball or baseball or hockey players after retirement. So board maybe is possible. Okay.
I buy that.
Yeah,
I can buy that.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'd be curious to know about the money thing.
Yeah,
right? If I'm like, look,
pretend to know that one.
I don't want to try to walk. I don't want to try to do all of this that's going to be required to come back in the NFL after not playing for a couple of years for the minimum. But the Rams don't have 20 mil sitting around, do they?
I've been in LeBron talk.
Well, let me text a couple of football people. Yeah, let's see what we can find out.
I've been all World Cup, bro. I have not been into Rams mode. What was it, June?
So I did read that, and this is just quick Google search.
I mean, I should be more prepared on it, but I wasn't expecting to have Myles Garrett contract. I mean,
hey,
AD contract talk.
It's all right. It's all right. We go on the fly. It's F it Friday.
Yeah,
so
F it Friday.
His previous contract with the Rams was suspended rather than voided when he retired. So his agent would either activate the existing deal or renegotiate new terms once he passed an NFL physical. So
that's complicated.
Yeah, that part's that's not the issue. The issue to me is like if they were going to give him more money.
Well, he was making a lot of money at the time, like a crap ton of money at the time. So what if it was just like, hey, let's play the last 2 years on your deal, type of thing.
Hey,